Hi.
How are you?
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I just had to cut my volume up there. Awesome. I went on and pinned your information here, guys. This is Erica. She's on with us live today. Thanks for coming in. They're coming in quick. Hey, Nat.
Right, okay.
What's up, Naima? Emily. So many people. You look so cute. How are you? I miss your face.
I know. I'm good. I'm just enjoying Georgia.
Oh, you are here, aren't
I am
you?
here. I am here.
Nice, nice. Okay, well, yeah, just so you know what we're doing here. So, for those of you that are coming in, you know, we've been going live every single day this week with different artists. Today, we have wardrobe stylist Erica. She's on with us. She's done so many different things. She's going to share some gems and inspire you today, and I hope you walk away feeling moved by her story.
Amen, amen.
Amen, amen. So I went on and posted a pin there with her Instagram handle. So make sure you guys follow her there, as well as my Instagram handle is there, and the F.A.T.E Global Instagram handle is there as well. So, guys, you know, on behalf of the Foundation for Artistic Talent and Empowerment, we're here. We're providing mentorship services as well as financial services for artists. And so you're going to help us out with that today, Erica. So, okay, so let's just do it. Tell me a little bit, how have you been feeling during this quarantine? What's been going on? How have you been handling it?
Oh, it's been good. I came home to be with my family, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Georgia bugs and Georgia allergies. Real thing.
Right.
But I miss my job. But I love my job and I love working. So it's like so hard to not work and not do anything. I'm not in school, so I don't have anything to distract me. It's just boredom,
Yeah.
binge
I
watching.
know, right?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I bet. I mean, you might be on like Pinterest, looking at magazines. Are you doing
Yep.
stuff like that?
All on Instagram, like looking up. I vowed to myself I wouldn't buy any shoes this year. So I'm trying not to
Yes,
shop.
shoes.
But I am like looking up.
How you gonna do
shoes.
that?
It's hard. I'm telling people for my birthday, July 22nd, buy me all this shoes. Please.
Y'all heard it.
Please.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so
Please
hard.
get her some shoes. Well, let's just jump into it. So, I guess everybody kind of want to know how you kind of got started in the entertainment industry. How did that start off for you?
I started as an intern at a production company. So, well, technically I went to the University of Georgia, which is not a big film school, but it's becoming a big film school. So go to UGA. And we had a summer program where you go to LA for the summer, find your own internship, and then come back when the summer's over if you want. So I bought a one-way ticket and I did the program. So that kind of got me my foot in the door because I had like a place to stay. You know, I had already a job, kind of like an internship since I was doing the program for so long.
Right.
So once the program was over, I stayed with the production company, which was called DNA. They do commercials and music videos.
Okay.
And then once the internship was over, I was so dead set on being full-time that I left and got like all these random full-time jobs. So I was looking for my dream job and wound up just going back freelance like 8 months later. Been freelance ever since.
Wow. That's awesome. That actually kind of leads into my next question. I was going to ask you, was your dream always to be in the entertainment industry, wardrobe styling, or did you dabble in other things? And you said you kind of tried to do that.
Yes, I'm dabbling in everything. I was not a stylist at all. I was not in wardrobe. I came to LA to be a producer, though. Like, I was always entertainment. I was like, I'm going to be a producer. I'm going to work my way up in the production field. And honestly, that was the best decision because in production, in commercials at least, you get to meet everyone. You get to do everyone. Like, if you want to try art department, you can assist them. If you want to try camera, you can assist them. If you want to try catering, like you can do in commercials, it's so like free that you can learn so much. And I was kind of running because I was like, I'm a creative person, but I have this like fear of like I'm not creative enough to like do things on my own. So like, no, at production, I'm still in the industry. It's more like an office job, like paperwork.
Right.
I was like, no, I'm just do that. I'm still there. And then someone on a Chris Brown video was like, sis, you got style. Like you should come work with us.
Oh, on a video shoot?
Yeah, on a video shoot. I was in the production office on a Chris Brown job. And then this wardrobe team was like, dude, you're dope. So I was like, they're right. I've always loved fashion. Like, I took fashion classes. I've, like, done so many things in fashion, but just was scared. And I took the leap and did it. And then it just soared from there.
That's crazy. What a crazy story. So somebody kind of like discovered, you know, something about you, like your qualities. So they saw the way you
Right.
dressed that day, or was it your personality, or what was it that was like, you know, you need to start styling? How did that conversation
It
go?
was it was a little bit of both actually, because it's like my one goal at work is like to be enjoyable. So if I don't know what I'm doing, or if I'm slacking that day, at least I'm fun to be around. Because in
Yeah.
this industry, there's a lot of people who know what they're doing, they're good at what they do, but they're so mean or they're so
Mm-hmm.
annoying. Or so I just try to have it like, listen, I'm gonna be a good person to be around. And I was like, it's a music video, it's in the desert, everyone's already annoyed. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's kind of happened. I dressed really cute because every time I work with a celebrity, I try to dress like super fly because you never know. Like that could be your
Right.
next best friend, you know. Who
Seriously, no.
knows? Like
Seriously.
so,
I mean,
I was
even
like,
that
you know
blazer
what?
you rocking today, I was sitting there looking at it like,
Thank you.
I
It's
need
one of my
that.
favorites.
Yeah, I'm like, I need that.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's probably what happens when you're dressed nice, right?
exactly. Because in production, like you don't have to dress. You can dress how you want. You can wear tattoos. You can do whatever. So it's easy to, especially for me. Like I'm a fashion stylist, but I have moments where I look like a bum. But everyone says it's like with a purpose. Like I'm always matching, or my shoes are really nice, or something like that. So it's like you just kind of have your own flavor to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
You know, you kind of spoke to, you know, just kind of being a good person to be around and having good energy and stuff. Can you kind of talk about why that's
exactly.
important for like anybody in entertainment?
It's so important because this industry is literally so crazy. Like you're working long hours. Some people
Mhm.
have not gotten any sleep.
Yeah.
People, there's unions. Some people need hours to get into the union. Some people
Hmm.
just lost their health care because they didn't get enough hours.
Right.
So there's so many things that, or you can go into like a lot of like black people tend to go in the industry thinking that every like non-black person might have that against them.
Hmm.
And I feel like you should let people show you first. And
Mm.
that's how I go in. I go in like no matter what crew, if like on mixed dish, I'm the youngest person, and if I went in there like, oh, all these people are not going to take me seriously because I'm only 20 and they're all experienced, like you just kill the vibe before you go in, you know.
Yeah.
So just go in like whether you're the youngest person, the oldest person, the whitest person, the blackest person, the coolest person, the newest person. I remember my first job, I was so scared. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have fun. I'm gonna kill this.
Yeah.
Just energy is everything in production and entertainment.
Wow. I mean, that's a great gem right there. Energy is everything, and also just don't doubt
Everything.
yourself. Like you just said, don't doubt yourself. You're the youngest one on the set, but yet you still come in there with confidence and you just come and you be yourself. So I love that you said that.
Exactly. And know your strengths.
Yeah.
Always know your strengths. Like I went in to mix it. Well, they actually asked me like, "What are you good at?" And I was like, "I'm good at dressing men." Period. And like it's a mixed is an '80s show, and I'm clearly born in '93. So it's like, and then I was like, "Well, what did they wear back then?" Like, I be ready to learn and know your strengths as well, because then whatever you're good at, someone else will be bad at, and vice versa.
Yeah, yeah, I love that you say that. So working for Mixed Dish, I mean, that's a super dope show.
So
How did
dope.
That's so cool. Like, how did that opportunity come about for you? And like, how long have you been with them?
Oh my god, it was word of mouth. Like freelance is word of mouth. Like everyone
Wow.
always asks me every day, like, how do I get my work? How? You honestly have to just make. I don't turn down work if I like don't turn down any work, whether the rate is 200. It's sometimes you work for free,
Mhm.
whatever it is. I just don't turn down because you never know who you're gonna meet.
I love your attitude, man. Are y'all
It's
listening
so
to this?
good.
Are y'all listening to this? She
Listen,
said she will work for free. Don't turn down work because you never know what opportunity you'll get, even if it's only paying $200, $500. Yes, know your
exactly.
worth. But
It's
if
work.
you don't have anything on your resume, you have to start somewhere. So that means you might have to work for free. That means you might have to take that
Exactly.
internship. You might have to work and get paid $200, $500. But you never know who your next boss is, or you know who you're going to connect with for
Right. You're gonna
opportunity.
see whatever. And I look at it too, like especially in LA or Atlanta or New York. If you're working, you're not spending money.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Two, there's usually food, so you're not spending money on food. You get free meals, so it's always at least a little plus. Like look
And
at
what
the
else
bright
would you be
side.
doing? If you have other things to spend your time on to be
Right.
productive, I get it. But if you're just gonna be
Exactly.
at home watching TV, you need to get out and get some and build some
And thank
networking.
you.
Hmm.
Thank you. And plus, it's like I'm freelance and I'm in TV, but before I was in commercials, so it's a little different. But in commercials and music videos, the jobs are so short that if you go and you don't like it, it goes bad. It kind of doesn't hurt you if you quit. If it goes bad because there's so many commercials shooting every day, so many music video directors. TV was the first time you really do have to care about burning bridges, though, because those people, like, I learned on Mixed-ish, they do like 3 or 5 other shows, and if like they liked me enough, I could go on to the next show. Which is true. So that's how you have to learn. So I learned, I got into TV. It's complicated. Everything I learned too, everything's different. Like commercial wardrobe is different than music video wardrobe, which is different than film, which is different than TV.
Can you kind of speak to what you mean by them being different?
Okay, so like commercials is more like styling, and since it's all about endorsement, it's very plain, I would say. Like it's very like khakis, jeans, no logos, simple shoes, and like whatever. It's agency based. Like an agency comes in and kind of tells you what they want. The music video is celebrity based, so it could either be really crazy, but also usually really fun. Like you're pulling like Dolce, and you're pulling like mostly what people want to do.
Yeah.
But, you know, celebrities do what they want. Sometimes the hours are super long. Sometimes they're making miracles happen. So music videos I have a love-hate relationship with. They're usually always at night. Always at night, though, which is annoying. And then TV and film is more costuming. You're building a story. Your times you're making. I've sewn so much on TV shows, like fixing buttons and like actually like fixing things you can't. Like commercials, let's go take it to the tailor. We have tomorrow, or have someone else do it. Versus like TV is like, no, you have to do it. And it's always like a bigger, like there's clothes everywhere. Like you have warehouses of clothes that you just keep in stock.
Wow.
Continuity is a huge thing in TV that we don't do in commercials. Like taking pictures after everyone's dressed before every scene, remembering what scene it's from. Versus commercials, there's really no scene. It's like you shoot it in this order, it's done. The music video, same way. Like he has 2 looks, change them. So it's more being on your game.
Nice.
I feel like it's every day, 5 days. Versus the music video might be 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. Then you do a commercial Monday, Tuesday, have an off day Wednesday, go back to another commercial Thursday. But TV is like a job. It's like Monday through Friday, weekends off. Monday through Friday, weekends off.
Man, I love that you broke that down for them, because even for like the actors in the house, the artists in the house, in regards to how you talked about a commercial look should be plain. Same thing with like their headshots, when they're getting headshots, making sure they have like a plain look. They can follow that same guy that you just gave. People that want girls that want their music videos, you know, the look you need to do.
Extra for music video. They love that kind of stuff.
See, for those dancers that's showing up to those auditions or whatever, so forth. And then the same thing you talked about, theatrical and TV, all of that, you know, it's a whole different look. And you also just need to make sure you're consistent with your look as well, whether it be hair, whatever it might be. So I love that you mentioned that. So you kind of talked about also just being the youngest one on the Mixed-ish set. And just, can you kind of speak to that? Because I had that same experience. I'm always the youngest one in all of my different things that I've done in my life. And, you know, just kind of, how does that feel sometimes? How do you go in empowered? And just kind of tell us also just about your experience working on the Mixed-ish set.
It's cool being the youngest, actually. It's you feel like, because like Mixed-ish is like a family. That's the good thing about TV. Like commercials, you don't really find a family unless you kind of work in production, because production really hires everyone. So you can work with the same producer. But most of the time, like actors like on TV shows are like a family, and like we see them every day, which is super cool. So being the youngest, I feel like I have like a bunch of like big sisters and brothers and stuff, and they like took me in, and it's more for like the unions. I feel like how fast you learn about the union, and how fast people can help you get in, and depending on, because I feel like especially with wardrobe and fashion, everyone wants to do like fashion week, celebrity, which is usually always non-union.
Yeah.
So you get into that, and you do that for 10 years or 5 years or whatever, and then you realize you hear about the union, and then you get more rates and healthcare, and you can do TV. Then you want to get into the union, but you've already had experience for 5 years. So luckily, I learned about the union early, since I was already in production.
Right.
Which is the good thing about production. You learn like every aspect of the industry. So I'm not saying everyone should do production, but I mean, it's not a bad idea either at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's super dope. I mean, can you kind of talk about your transition from like going, like, because you're saying that it was a benefit to you. Yes. So could you kind of tell them why it's such a benefit, as well as like that transition for you? You did production, you had already kind of knew a lot of the different elements about it. So when you merged on to become a wardrobe stylist, it was like, okay, I already know this stuff. Thank God.
Right. Okay, so production is the people who really put on, like, they produce the show. So it's like the producer, production manager, EPs and TV again. It's different. They have like line producers, executive producers, writers, and then commercials is just production. But you really hire like all the catering. You hire all the department heads. You do the time cards. You have to know all the like union rules for each person. You have to learn like the days people need, and you just learn everything really. So I even met a lot of actors who do coordinating or there's a thing called talent coordinating when commercials have like a lot of talent, like 200 or more, so you need a coordinator just to coordinate them. And I know a lot of actors who like talent coordinate because they know the union rules, and then sometimes they can put themselves in commercials or hire other actor friends in commercials because they're on the production team, like they're the ones helping with castings, they're the one talking to the producers. So it's like if you're in production, you can literally put yourself in stuff. Like you can meet casting directors. Like you can literally meet directors who think you're cool and put you in their next commercial. It's like, because production, you can talk to the directors. Like you're the contact to the producer, to the agency. Like people go through you. Like now that I'm in wardrobe, I go to the producer if I need a time card or if I need a mileage form or we need to go have a pickup. You go to production and they see what they can do, you know? So nice. Like in production, people come to you so you can meet everyone.
Makes sense. So. Awesome. I mean, you're dropping so much knowledge for those of you guys that are interested in this stuff. I mean, even the whole behind the scenes production aspect, I've had people come to me like, I want to get into a form of production, but I don't know how, and I don't know, you know, what form of production I'm going to get into. So you kind of just broke that down for them so they could know some of the different titles that they can research so that they can get involved. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. So, I mean, you kind of speak to like, I think some people might see you on Mixed-ish, you know, you're the wardrobe stylist on there, and they're like, oh, yeah, she probably is somebody's daughter or whatever. Could you kind of speak to like your adversity, like some of the things that you went through to get to where you are at this space and like how you basically overcame these things? Because you're here.
Of course. Okay, so there's a plus side of freelance and there's like the not good side of freelance. Like freelance is like you're in control of your own life, you're self-employed. You can go and grow as fast as you can. You can leap as fast as you can. You could skip over. It's not like a job at Apple where it's like levels. But it's also you can come into people who don't want to see you grow. Like you never know who you're going to meet that will help you or who you're going to meet that's going to keep you stuck. And that's kind of what drove me to do cause I don't do production anymore at all. Like I do maybe 1 or 2 days here or there. But it was for a while that I couldn't grow up because I kept meeting people who, it's kind of like you have your producer, they have their production manager, and they have their coordinator. And then I was an office PA. But I was ready to coordinate, but everyone had their set, like coordinator. It's not personal. It's like they have their team and it works.
Right.
So I needed to meet someone who needed a coordinator. And I just wasn't meeting them. But I kept meeting people when I was a wardrobe PA who needed wardrobe assistants and who were willing to hire me as an assistant, hire me as a stylist. And it was just coming closer. So it's like it's hard sometimes that you get stuck in a position. Like, so you could PA for 5 years.
Yeah.
And you can wardrobe style for 5 years and you want to be a stylist. So, you know, I assist and style because I just like to work every day. But sometimes you might get stuck doing one or the other, or you might jump up and realize you don't like it and want to come back down. Like, it's just it's hard to say where you're going to go. Like, you're in charge, but you can't meet someone who kind of keeps you stuck at level. So it's kind of hard to I want to work, but I want to be higher. But if I don't go higher, am I going to have work? That's the thing about freelance, like taking the leaps, if they're worth it or not.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you broke down that process and kind of like, so how do you overcome that? Like if you do run into someone that you feel like they're not really trying to help you level up for whatever the case might be, how do you kind of overcome stuff like that? Do you just see it as an opportunity to get better in another area, or how do you handle those types of people in this industry?
It's hard. You kind of put the feelers out first. Like, hey, I'm trying to coordinate. Can you teach me? Or, hey, I want to be an assistant. Hey, I almost have my days. And I kind of like the taking every job. I just kept taking every job, and I was wardrobe PAing for this lady for a long time. We were not even that long actually. I just met her when I joined the union. It's when you meet people. Yeah. Like they meet you as a PA, but you just joined the wardrobe union. You're ready to assist. But they met you as a PA, so they think you're a PA, and that's what they need, you know?
Got it.
So I love the lady, and we worked together for a long time. I kept telling her, like, I want to assist, like, I want to wardrobe assist. I'm in the union, and it wasn't happening. So one lady I met on a commercial who actually does TV, but she also is kind of like a workaholic like me, where she's not working to do a commercial. So luckily for me, I met her. And there's different rosters. I don't know if it's the same for acting, where like you need 30 days to get commercials, then like another 60 to do TV after that, because TV is commercial. So I didn't have my 60 TV days yet. She's like, once you get them, call me, but until then, do returns for me, which is literally just returning clothes for like usually like $100 or like $150. It's super cheap. But that's also risky because when people know you do returns for cheap, they'll keep calling you just to do returns. I've had that in me too. I had a lady who still only called me for returns. I'm just like, I don't do that anymore. Or I will for people who hired me as other stuff.
Yeah.
And then luckily for me, I joined the TV roster and I called that lady back. It was risky. I was like, hey, I've never done TV before, but you've seen me on commercials. And she put me on my TV for my first TV show. That was Goliath.
Wow. You called her.
And she replied immediately like, hey, I sent your name to my supervisor and I worked on Goliath. And then I went back to commercials for a little bit. And then I started doing like game shows, reality TV game shows, which are so fun. If you ever do wardrobe, that's like the best place to be. And then I met someone day playing in TV, you know, because TV people and commercial people are kind of separate. Everyone's separate. Like fashion people are separate. Not many people do both, or all three, or all five, or you know. So you have to get like connection each. So it took me a minute to get into the TV roster. I just started like free day playing, what they call it, like one day on this TV show, one day on another. I met a girl on one TV show who sent my name to a girl on Mixish, and she called me when they needed me, and they liked me, and I've been there ever since.
Awesome. Mixish fam. I love it.
Shout out to Mixish fam.
Yeah, shout out to the Mixish fam. Awesome. I love it. Okay, dope. That's amazing. So, I mean, you've come across a lot of great opportunities within your life currently, and I'm sure you have a lot of things that you still want to do. So God is good. You know?
So good.
So good, right? So, I mean, could you kind of speak to, if you could go back in time, because there's probably a younger version of you watching right now, or they may watch on our replay. We have thousands of people that watch us on our replay. So could you kind of speak to that person, the younger version of you? What is some advice that you would give her? If you can go back in time, not in a place of regret, but just in a place of just some advice that you could give your younger yourself. What would that be?
Younger version of me, for sure. Honestly, the main thing is just don't be afraid. Like, I came here learning about freelance work, and then I was like, I do not want to be freelance. Even when I was on my internship for like, I was there for 3 months, I was like, I don't want to do this. And I wasted 8 months like applying to jobs, applying to production companies, not like almost getting the job. I worked at like a movie theater for like 6 months, which was it was a decent job, but it was just like not it. And then I literally got a job at a production company and wound up hating it for like 2 months. I literally hated it. And it was like one of those trial periods. And we decided like to part ways. And I had no job, no nothing, no security. Wow. And I literally just emailed a lady from my internship. Like, do you remember me? I was an intern. And she was like, yeah, can you start on Monday? And same with wardrobe.
Wow.
Luckily from production, I like emailed the stylist I had helped being in production, like a PA. And I was like, hey, I want to do wardrobe. If you need any help, it would be great. And literally a week later, she was like, can you do a Macy's pickup for me? And then went on from there. So it's like, shoot your shot in the most respectful way. But don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared
about. Don't be scared.
Don't not be scared.
Honey, that was like some great advice. Just being so transparent and open with us and vulnerable about your real journey. You know, it's so many people that want to get into the things that you're doing now, but they don't know how. So you kind of just laying this out step by step, letting them know it has not been an easy path, but yet you've made it through and you're here today. So it's such an amazing thing that you're doing. So can you kind of like speak to what has been like your best set experience? Because you've worked in film, TV, commercials, music videos, game shows.
Best set. There's so many. I mean, I think my best job experience probably was, and I wasn't even on set. I was hired to be an assistant to a celebrity because people love to think celebrities need assistants when they always bring their own assistants. But just an extra assistant on commercials and music videos so they don't trip.
Okay.
You know? So I was hired to be an assistant to Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yes, the queen. And
Gaga
just to like help
world.
if she needed anything, if her team needed anything, because they flew in from London. She had a London team for this one job that we did. And just like since they're from London, they don't know where things are in LA. So they just needed me to like, if they want food, I can be like, there's a restaurant right here. Or if there is, you know. And they wound up being the most non-needy people I've ever worked with. So I knew we just
Wow.
chilled at the studio. We chilled at Lady Gaga's house. We were
Shut
just
up.
like, yeah,
You
we
was
were
up there
like,
with Gaga?
yes, like she was like, and she's so nice.
She's
And the
so
nicest
cool,
person
isn't she?
I ever met. I thought
I
she'd be
like
like
her spirit.
so mean. I just assume most celebrities are gonna be mean, but they're really not. And like,
Yeah.
and I've done that for like a few people, like Janelle Monáe. She brought her whole team, but they had me just in case, and I maybe got her a smoothie, and she's just so chill. So I think those are like talent PA is like probably the best job.
Nice. I love that. Those are like some cool, super amazing experiences, you know.
So cool.
You
And you
loaded.
meet
You loaded.
managers.
You loaded with
I
information.
try. But also the main thing about the industry, the hours are long, the work is hard. Like people think we just actors too. We just have an easy life, and we just go to work and we act and we just dress people and we do all these things. But I was shook. I didn't. If you had told me in high school I would be working 70 hours a week, I would be like, you're no.
He
Like
said 70 a week, guys. Not in
70
a week.
70 a week.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're being transparent about the real grit and the grind that goes behind, you know, the glamour. So can you kind of speak to just the importance of like what inspires you when you're creating a character, the look for a character, as well as just why is that important? You know, like with tailoring, and I'm referencing more so for like TV. Why is that important for you to find a specific look for a character? Because some people don't think clothes matter. So
No, a lot of people don't actually.
yeah.
Especially not in music videos. Like anything outside of music video and fashion, everyone thinks clothes just like, oh, you can make miracles happen. You just shop. You just whatever. It's like no,
Plan this out.
It has to match like the character and what you want the character to say. If there's like a look where they're excited about an event, like you want it to match. Exactly. It's like a whole thing you want, and then especially because like just because you like the director or like the producer doesn't see it, like other stylists are watching the show and like or like it shows for like how you network your portfolio. And then again, it's like your own style. Like, I try to dress people and how I would see things sometimes, and then usually I work with a stylist who obviously likes my style, and if she doesn't, I'm also not sensitive. Like you don't like this, let me know, because especially because I'm a millennial. Like I love streetwear. So if I'll mix, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not streetwear. What? Like you know, I'm not gonna be offended if my stuff looks too modern. Yeah. I just get the hang. You do your research. TV and film is a lot of research because a lot of every show I worked on in the fall was period, like 20s, 50s. So you have to research. There's nothing around it. If it's modern, then you kind of get a scale. You have to look at, is it Georgia? Country modern? Is it New York? Is it LA? There's different styles, so you have to know what you're doing, or it's not going to match.
Absolutely.
So that's what the things were on mixers. Like some boy had glasses on that weren't period, but they were his prescription. He couldn't see without them. It's like a whole thing, and it's like these are real things that happen because people look at this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want it to play to the given circumstances. Where are we right now? You know, we can't sit up here having something off of the 20s. We in the 50s now. You know,
exactly.
Good, but
unless it like fits that character, and she's like a vintage character, but why is she wearing that?
And so you think about those elements.
Exactly.
You think about that, and I feel like that's the missing piece. When people watch a production, they don't think about the fact that someone had to style this character. They just look at the actor, and they don't see the team behind the actor or the artist that put things together. So salute to you, because without you, you know, those elements would be missing, those details. So we need you. And I feel like
the balance is that the actor feels comfortable and the stylist feels comfortable, because that sometimes butts heads as well. Especially when you work with like famous, like real highly famous actors, like they have to say now too, and the director has to say now, and the stylist has to say now. So it's like
so everybody has to be able to be on the same page.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah. So putting those egos to the side, it sounds like happens often.
Yes, no ego.
Well, let's take some questions from our audience here. A couple people have some questions for you.
Yes.
Someone says, "What is your biggest fashion inspiration?"
Oh, biggest fashion inspiration. I'm a huge like Karl Lagerfeld Chanel fan.
Nice.
For sure. And I'm a huge like Tiana Taylor. People swear we look alike and we dress alike. So I'm definitely a fan of like making boy clothes look sexy. That's like my go-to. If you see me the way I dress.
I like that.
And then also, for me, I'm an edgy, like, black girl, so I do like mixing styles. I like Dolls Kill, which is like a super punk rave type clothing, but I like to make it hip hop. I like to incorporate like rock and hip hop styles together. Like I like to blend things together. That's where my inspiration really comes from.
Awesome.
Like how different can I look while still being cute?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I like that. I like that. How edgy, how far can I go? How many risks can I take? Awesome. This is a long one. They said, what are some general tips that you would give to freelancers, not only in the styling industry, but any part of the industry? Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard one. General tips. General tips.
So freelancers.
I think be confident in yourself. But don't be too confident where your ego, like I said, the ego. Like, no, like when people, because there's a balance where people do try to take advantage of you or try to see where they can push you. Like, don't get pushed, but also, like, be open-minded because you'll learn so much in this industry. You'll meet so many people. You will just be very open-minded.
I love that. Absolutely. Awesome advice for sure. Someone else says, both of your answers, do you think, they want us both to answer. So she says, do you think it's best to get into the industry with a backstage behind the scenes job and then connect with others to get, the question is cut off here. Yeah.
Like behind the scenes. I think I see what you're saying. Personally for me, I think there's this thin line between people doing their own things, like the Issa Raes and the Lena Weiss, and I have a lot of friends who work in the movie theater who they don't assist, they don't PA, they just save money to make their own stuff. And I personally was not one of those people. Like I had the mindset, like I'd rather assist and work with like Lady Gaga, even though I'm just PAing, I'm not dressing her. Because I met her, I met Connects, and I think that helped me grow faster. But also it's different because I'm not an actor or director. You see what I'm saying? Like I know actors, like you need to make a reel.
Yeah.
And then like directors, you make your own things versus like I could assist and then style, and like I don't need to have like a big styling portfolio yet. Like someone just gives me the chance. Or like I do design my own clothing, but I've been fine and had a good career working my way up. Just assisting, you know? Versus I feel like so I can't really speak on that. I feel like I've seen actors, again, like I said, talent coordinate and put themselves in commercials, and a lot of actors, come out here for TV. So it is very different, but I think you could learn a lot as well and still at least get money without having to get like a regular coffee shop job or whatever, I think, too. Like production has the most days, I feel like. That's why I like production. Like you'll work the longest on a short job than you would if you're just a makeup artist. Like you're only there for the set day.
Yeah.
And
she put the rest of her question here. It says, do you think it's best to get into the industry with a backstage behind the scenes job in order to get the job you actually want? That's what she was trying to say.
Personally for me, I think so. Because I think you meet people, you're getting money, you're doing what you want, and you never know where that might lead you. You might change your mind like me and have a different career path, or you could do both. Honestly, I could still do both, production and styling. If I probably don't do TV as much, because TV shoots for 6 months. I've been on Mixed Dish for 6 months, and I think they were shooting for 8. So you can't really do both in TV. But if you do film or commercials, you can like do a production job, one job, and then act the next job, and then come back into production, then maybe do art. Like you can bounce around on short projects.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you. Being an artist is interchangeable. When you have different things, different skill sets you can bring to the table, I say use them all. So
exactly,
as you said, Erica, I'll agree with you. I would prefer to go work behind the scenes in production than to go work at a coffee shop because I'm actually learning on that set. I'm in that environment. I'm building relationships and I'm learning from those around me. So I would prefer to do that so that I can get a taste of what it's going to look like when I do get that opportunity that I want, rather than I'm still learning as a server because I'm learning to connect with people. It's a lot of different things you can learn through every experience that you have. But I think to answer your question, it's just everybody's path is different. So
and it takes one shot, one person to meet. So even like regular jobs. When I had my regular job, I worked at a movie theater called The Landmark that had like celebrity Q&As a lot, and then I worked at Actors Access, the website. So I feel like if you have to look at the benefits you want from a job. Like the benefits for the movie theater to me were better than just having a regular job. Like I still got to meet like one of my photographers I met on that movie theater job, and we still work together to this day, like on my own stuff.
Nice. That's dope.
It's crazy. And then like when I do my own photo shoots, I produce them, I style them. I don't do the art. Sometimes I can, but it's like if you learn production, you can kind of you save time of hiring money from hiring other people because you know how to do a lot of the things.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. And with any job you get, like, you should treat it as a way to learn something new. If you're going to work for someone else, you should be thinking about, what can I learn at this job? Okay, if this is a marketing job and I know I'm an actor, okay, what marketing tools can I learn from this job so that I can apply it to market myself?
Exactly.
If I'm working as a server and I'm bussing tables, okay, what does this teach me about using my time wisely while I'm having to take food to different tables? What is it teaching me about with people, removing my ego? Whatever you can learn from each job, you could be doing that. But like you said, along the process, you can be building your own material. You can be creating your own lane for yourself, or you could be doing it all simultaneously. It just depends on
it's all about your mindset. Believing in yourself, having optimism, and then honestly, like I said, especially in a big city like LA, New York, and Atlanta, you're not tied to anything. Like you can quit if it's miserable. Like you can get the next commercial. You can TV again and film. I would not quit on the bad term though. But again, you could. There's so many production companies. There's so many tiers. Like you can make money on low budget. You don't know who might blow up if you work in this low budget film.
Yeah.
You never know. And also knowing different skills helps you get in. I remember a few times I did wardrobe and I also hired the production truck since I did production. Like if they needed help, I could like rent a stage for the project, and like it helps you meet new people.
Yeah.
But then again, don't get taken advantage of because then they'll do it all the time. Like find the
But you made yourself an asset. They knew, okay, go to Erica. Not only does she style, but she also has some production qualities that somebody else might not know how to do here right now, or we haven't hired them to do. So let's just use her. Actually, let's just keep her on because we need her. Because that's what seems to happen, right?
It's exactly what happens every time. So it's like you never know. You never know.
You never know. So, I mean, you've given so many tips today. You talked about so many things. Can you kind of just share, if you can just narrow down 3 tips that you think an artist could be doing to advance their artistic careers? What is 3 things, not necessarily during this quarantine time, but just in general, 3 things to someone that wants to get to the space that you are in now? What is it that they should be doing?
Okay, I would say network, for sure. I was one of those people who always like to meet everyone on set. I love to talk to everyone on set, know their backgrounds, just to meet people, because you never know. Like a lot of grits want to be writers and they write their own stuff and might have you act in it, and you just never know. Always network. Don't be afraid to work. Like don't turn down any work unless it's obviously like at a point where you just cannot do it. Like you're making millions of dollars and you don't want to work for free. But some people, I've seen Regina King work on like some low budget indie film that blew up just because she loved the script so much.
Wow.
Like, you just never know.
Wow.
Some projects are passion and you just need to do them. So don't ever say no to work, I feel like. And then 3, try to go to set with good energy, but also remember everyone has bad days.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I hear when people like celebrities are mean. Some celebrities are mean, but I feel like the one day you worked with Beyonce and she yelled at you probably was the one day she had a bad day. Like, don't take it personal. Like, everyone has bad days too.
Everybody's human.
I swear. So I'm just like, listen, just go in with good energy. But if you have a bad day, like, it's okay. You're gonna have bad days. It's not the end of the world. Because I used to be terrified of failing. If I made one mistake, I'm like, they're never gonna hire me again. Which is so unrealistic. But
yeah, absolutely.
Freelance, so you think about that, you're like, they can hire someone else. And that's the freelance mindset. But it's like, it's okay either way.
It's okay either way. I love that. It's okay the way spoke to me.
Either way, yes.
It's okay either way. I love
that.
I mean, you talked about so many things. You kind of talked about how you got into entertainment, how this world hasn't been easy for you, yet you still are where you are. But it's been worth it, right? It's been so rewarding for you. You talked about so many different tips, and you've given us aspects about the production side and wardrobe styling and how that's important and where your inspiration comes from. You told us so many things today, and we really, really appreciate you. Like, I really hope you guys were listening to her. If you didn't take something away, you weren't listening.
Right.
You know, clean them eardrums, honey. Because even I learned some great things today. So we really appreciate you on behalf
Thank you
of
for
F.A.T.E
having
Global.
me.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
amazing.
And for those of you guys that just jumped in here, you can always watch this on our replay because we're going to post this on our YouTube page as well as all of our social sites. So you
Yes.
can watch it. Thousands of people watch it there. Again, make sure you go ahead and follow Erica. I went on and pinned her Instagram handle
Yes,
right
ask me
there.
all the questions. I love asking questions. I love sending help. But just follow me, DM me, and we can talk. Ask
See,
me
that's
anything.
awesome. That's amazing. You can also follow me there. And then F.A.T.E Global is there as well, the Foundation for Artistic Talent and Empowerment. We do provide these financial services and mentorship services for artists. So I hope that you were inspired today. And you know, sis, you're a queen. You wear your
You
crown
too.
so well. You
Thank
wear
you.
your crown so well.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I
You're
mean, you
the sweetest.
truly are a model that people can look up to and
Thank
come
you.
to for inspiration. So
Yes, you can make your dreams come true. Listen, I'm an example. You can do it. Any age, doesn't matter.
wow, that's amazing. Well, it's such a blessing having you on here. We truly, truly appreciate you. We can't say
Yes,
thank you
thank you.
more than enough. And we're gonna let you head out. I mean, you got any more
Yes.
plans for the quarantine day?
I'm honestly learning a new skill, how to trade, day trade. We'll see how
Okay.
it goes. But we have nothing but time. Let's see how it
Well,
goes. So that's what I'm doing the rest of the day, sadly.
either way, it's gonna be okay, like you said.
Right. Either way, it's gonna be okay.
I love that. All right, Queen. Well, salute to you.
Yes, ma'am. Stay
Blessings.
safe.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.